our first video, I'd like to give you a tour of the kitchen herb garden so you can see what the herbs look like growing in the garden, about how tall they get, how wide they get, how much space they take up. So you can use this when planting your herb garden. So before us we have rosemary. Rosemary is an evergreen Mediterranean shrub, and it grows about 3 feet tall and 4 feet wide. It needs to be spaced about 3 feet or 4 feet apart. Over here we have thyme. Thyme is an evergreen herb that spreads via a little dense root system. It grows about 6 to 8 inches tall and forms a carpet. It is flowering at this time, and it really attracts honeybees and has a really nice smell. And there are several types of thyme, but this, like I said, is just the common thyme. Behind the thyme we have sage. Here's sage. Sage is a perennial plant, so it dies down back to the roots after the first frost, and then it will come back in the spring. Behind that we have lemon balm. And lemon balm is really more of a medicinal plant. It grows about 2 feet tall and is pretty invasive, but you can also use it in cooking too. And lemon balm smells very lemony. That's why it gets its name, lemon balm. It's a very nice smelling herb, nice addition to the herb garden. And then we have peppermint right here. Peppermint is again in the mint family. It grows about a foot tall. You can see I've planted this in a submerged pot to keep it from spreading. So I have it in a pot with 4 holes in the bottom, and the top of the pot is left about 2 inches above the ground to keep it from spreading because it's very invasive. It spreads by roots. Over here we have what happens if you don't control your mint by planting it in a pot. This is spearmint, and it's about a 5 foot by 5 foot plot of spearmint. It's really more spearmint than any home gardener needs. Here we have Swiss chard. Swiss chard is grown by seeds, and it's just a green. Over here in the cold frame we have different types of leaf lettuce. We have and all of these are grown by seeds. These were planted last winter, and I've had greens all throughout the winter and the spring. And here on the left I have arugula, and I've replanted that, so that's why it's so small right now. And here before us I have red and green leaf lettuce, and it's very tall right now because it's starting to go to seed. And over here I have cilantro and parsley. Parsley has the white flowers behind here. And both of these grow about a foot tall. Again, they're really tall right now because they were planted last fall, and I had yummy tabbouleh salad and cilantro all winter, but now they're starting to want to go to seed, so again they're growing tall like this. So I'll have to replant these pretty soon again for another spring crop. Over here I have leeks. Leeks are a really easy to grow plant that is very good in European cooking. They look like giant onions. Over here I have garlic chives, and garlic chives they are also a perennial. When the first frost comes, they will die back down to the ground, and then they will re-emerge in February and make this nice big patch of chives that gives you enough chives for everything you're going to cook. I planted this a few years ago, and now it's very large. Just keeps spreading. And chives can like a little bit of shade too, compared to some of the other herbs in Texas. So it can take a little bit of shade and still do well. Okay, now we have this herb right here in front of us is oregano. This is a very small version of oregano. It's just starting out. It will get about a foot tall and make a spreading carpet. and it's also a Mediterranean herb, and it will die down after the first frost and come back from the roots in the spring to provide you more oregano for all your cooking needs. Okay, now let's go to. Okay, this is actually some pots of basil that I'm planting. Basil is pretty much the only one of my kitchen herbs that I'll have to grow from seed every year. It doesn't come back from the roots, or it's not evergreen. So here's a sweet basil right here, and the other one was Genovese basil. And I'll show you how to transplant those on subsequent shows. So thank you for watching.